I would tell other women who want to be firefighters to go for it. I don't think that your gender has anything to do with being an obstacle for being a firefighter. If anything, I think that it helps you because it gives you a different perspective. So go for it. Don't be afraid. It is still quite a man's club, but we need more ladies in the fire service because we need to resemble what our community actually looks like. So we need you in here.
I think everyone brings something unique and something special to whatever environment they're in. And so your background and your history and your family culture and your experiences are all defined in making you who you are. And so taking that into whatever your future looks like is something that is important and valuable to your story.
Yeah, if everybody's just correct, it looks like KMR's at the scene, but it's going to be down and out or not.
For my own personal experience, and I know everyone has different experiences, but I didn't really know that firefighting could be a career in the first place, so that's like a huge overarching theme, but I never saw women in the fire service like at all.
My friends and family, when I first told them I was going to be a firefighter, were scared. They thought I was going to be constantly running into burning buildings and I might die or hurt myself. When I explained to them that, 80% or 90% of our calls are medical calls, they calmed down a little bit. And I told them that I'm trained properly so that if I do have to go into a burning building, safety first. So.
What inspired me to be a firefighter was my family, for sure. I knew I wanted to be part of something that I idolized. The acts of generosity and kindness on such a monumental scale, I wanted to be part of that and to give back to the community.
I was learning how to raft in middle school, and I ended up flipping a boat on top of myself in a canyon. And I split my head open, and I was bleeding everywhere, and the scene was just chaos. Everybody was panicking. The next person who came down the river happened to be an off-duty firefighter. He was able to calm down the entire scene of 100 people and then also mitigate what was going on with me and bind up my wounds well enough that I was able to go down the rest of the river and make it to a hospital. At 13 years old, it made a really big impact on me to meet someone who had the skills and the ability to control that situation and make it better so quickly. I knew that I wanted to seek out an environment where I could get those skills as well.
I find it very rewarding to have your job that requires so much learning that's also very helpful for the rest of your life when you're not at work. I just have felt like I am a better citizen because of what I do. I feel more comfortable walking into a busy area and feeling like if something went wrong, I could actually help.
I have had certain experiences as a woman that are unique to me and my story. And one of those things that I think about often is giving birth to my daughter and raising her, just being a mom in general. I think it's important for my daughter to see that I'm able to do something that is challenging and it is hard. Whenever she sees a fire truck go by, she's like, "Mom, look, is that your fire truck?" That's a cool thing as a mom to experience.
When it comes to firefighting, you have to be prepared for anything. I feel like for me, to get through academy, to do anything in the fire service, you can't just slack off.
I guess, I knew that I needed to be strong, right? Especially with my small stature. But then, then you get involved in it and you're like, oh, well, glad I trained for this because, this stuff's heavy.
So for me, I just want to be able to be the best version of myself that I can possibly be. I'm working towards giving the best possible care I possibly can to the community that I'm serving.
I think women bring a different perspective to the fire service. I think that, there are things that go along with male and female roles historically, and I think that females bring nurturing and just kind of a different perspective on the environment of a call. They can maybe step back and take a different look through a different lens.
I think when you're in an emergency, and you're the person who's experiencing that emergency, you're seeking people that can give you comfort and can also help you with those situations. And maybe for you, that person growing up and in your life is a man, but maybe that person's a woman.
I think there's definitely a plus. I think, like probably 9 out of 10 calls, it doesn't really matter. But then there's that one, right, where there's a kid that's screaming and then they see, a ponytail or something, and then they feel more comfortable. Or I've had several times when there's been a woman that's felt uncomfortable, or anything that it could be like that. Or if they need someone small to squeeze through a window. I've had that too. We have our place where we have our niche. And if they need someone small to do something, you bet I'm going in whatever that tiny place is. And I know that's my role. Sometimes it doesn't matter, but sometimes when it really does, it does. And it's really cool to be part of that.
I would definitely say to do it, to get out of your comfort zone. There's so much to learn. Just be part of the journey and just take it for every day.
In terms of like limitations for any women, like I don't see limitations being like a thing. I think that anyone can do it. Just take baby steps one day at a time, and you'll get there. And everything will be fine. You can do it.
You can make a huge impact on a lot of people. You get the opportunity to change a lot of lives.